Guys, in today's video, you will see a complete and never before seen story where Goku and Vegeta go to the 6th universe to learn a new transformation that only King Sadala taught his Saiyans. But before we start, leave your like and also subscribe to the channel. Have you done that yet? So let's get started. In Universe 7, after Goku and Vegeta were defeated by Frieza, the battlefield was plunged into silence. The two warriors, known for their unshakable strength, now lay on the ground, exhausted and injured. Frieza once again showed his overwhelming power, proving to be a threat beyond expectations. Goku, still panting, slowly stood up. His eyes were filled with determination, but also with frustration. He had mastered Ultra Instinct, a technique that placed him on an almost divine level, but not even that was enough to defeat Frieza this time. Goku said, "It's not possible. I thought Ultra Instinct would be enough." Vegeta, at his side, tried to get up, supporting himself on his knee. "Kakarot, we have to get stronger. We can't let Frieza continue like this." Days later, Goku and Vegeta, determined to become stronger, the two warriors sought help from Whis, the assistant angel of the god of destruction Beerus. Whis, with his calm and serene air, listened attentively to Goku's concerns. Goku spoke. "Whis, I need new training. Ultra Instinct wasn't enough. Is there anything else I can learn?" Whis spoke. "Goku, I've already taught you almost everything I know. Your dedication is admirable, but there are limits to what I can pass on to you." Goku asked, "So what do I do? I can't accept that Frieza is stronger." Whis replied, "There is a way, but it doesn't depend solely on me. You can ask Super Shenron for help. He may know how you can reach a new level of power." With this new hope, Goku and Whis set out on a mission to gather the 7 Super Dragon Balls. They traveled between Universe 7 and Universe 6, facing challenges and meeting old allies who helped them locate the balls. After much effort, they finally managed to gather all 7 Super Dragon Balls. In the middle of the universe, Goku and Whis prepared to summon Super Shenron. The spheres shone brightly, and a golden light enveloped the sky. The gigantic dragon appeared, imposing and majestic. Whis spoke, "Now Goku, I will speak to Super Shenron in the language of the gods." Whis began to speak in the ancient language of the gods, and the giant dragon listened intently. After a few moments, Super Shenron responded with his booming voice, which echoed through space. Super Shenron replied, "The answer lies in Universe 6. The Saiyan Kaba has the answers you seek." Whis translated Super Shenron's words for Goku. Goku asked, "Kaba, how can he help me?" Whis replied, "It seems that Kaba has knowledge of a technique or transformation that may be useful to you. Let's go to Universe 6 and find out what he knows." Determined to discover this new source of power, Goku and Whis prepared to travel to Universe 6. Using the power of the angels, Whis opened an interdimensional portal, and the two passed through, arriving in the parallel universe. In Universe 6, Goku and Whis were greeted by Champa, the god of destruction of that universe, and Vados, his assistant. Champa, always competitive and suspicious, looked at the visitors curiously. Champa asked, "What brings you here, Whis, and why have you brought Goku?" Whis replied, "We are here to seek knowledge. We need to speak with Kaba." Champa grumbled, but allowed Goku and Whis to proceed. They found Kaba in a training field, practicing his fighting skills. When Goku approached, Kaba was surprised and honored to see the legendary Saiyan warrior. Kaba said, "Goku, what brings you here?" Goku replied, "Kaba, we need your help. Super Shenron said that you have the answers to reach a new level of power. Can you help us?" Kaba said, "Goku, I don't know about any specific techniques. What I do know is about activating the Super Saiyan power. In our universe, Saiyans don't need anger or rage to transform. We discovered that in order to activate the Super Saiyan power, it is necessary to channel all of the power into the back." We said, "That's amazing! I saw you use that transformation technique in the Tournament of Power, Kaba." Goku said, "I didn't realize that. Kaba, can you teach me how to do it?" Kaba nodded and then began to instruct Goku. Whis watched closely, monitoring his progress. Goku, however, was having trouble. He tried to concentrate all of his ki into his back, but he couldn't maintain the focus needed to make the transformation happen as Kaba had described. Day after day, Goku trained tirelessly under Kaba's guidance and Whis' observation. Goku said, "Kaba, this is harder than I thought. I can't concentrate my ki into my back consistently." Kaba replied, "Don't give up, Goku. You are an incredible warrior. I'm sure you'll find a way." Whis said, "Patience and persistence are key, Goku. Keep practicing. Sometimes progress comes when you least expect it." Days turned into weeks. Goku was exhausted but determined not to give up. During his downtime, he would reflect on his failed attempts and try to understand what he was doing wrong. It was difficult for him, a warrior accustomed to fighting with all his emotions, to completely separate his anger and rage from the transformation process. Then one day, while Goku was training alone, something unexpected happened. Concentrating deeply, he felt a change in his body. His hair began to change color, going from the usual Super Saiyan gold to a vibrant orange. However, this transformation only lasted for an instant before his hair returned to its normal gold. Whis, who had been watching from a distance, noticed the change immediately. He approached Goku with a surprised expression on his face. Whis said, "Goku, what did you just do? Your hair changed color." Goku, still panting, replied, I don't know. I was just trying to concentrate my power in my back like Kaba taught me, and I felt something different. For a moment, Whis said, "That's very interesting. It could be a new form of Saiyan transformation. Let's keep watching and see if we can better understand what happened." Goku, with renewed determination, continued his training with Kaba. He was even more motivated now that he had glimpsed a new possibility. Goku said, "Kaba, I think I'm starting to understand. Let's try again." Kaba replied, "Sure, Goku, let's do it." Goku closed his eyes and concentrated intensely. He visualized the energy flowing through his body, channeling it to his back. He felt the pressure and strength building up, like a dam about to burst. Then suddenly his hair changed to orange again, this time for a longer period before returning to gold. Whis said, "Amazing! Looks like you're on the right track, Goku. Keep focusing and keeping that energy in your back." Goku, feeling more confident, repeated the process several times. With each attempt, the transformation to orange lasted a little longer. He could feel the difference in the power and energy emanating from his body. Meanwhile, in Universe 7, we sent all the information about Goku's evolution to Beerus, who passed it on to Vegeta. Vegeta said, "Kakaroto, you won't be the only one to master this new transformation. I'll train alongside you and find out about it too." Back in Universe 6, Kaba and Goku continued to train intensely. The orange transformation began to become more consistent. Goku felt a new strength growing within him. He was getting closer and closer to a complete and stable transformation. Meanwhile, Whis watched with great interest, intrigued by the new form of power that was developing. He knew that something extraordinary was happening, something that could change the fate of the Saiyans and the universe. Then, at one point during the training, Goku channeled all of his Ultra Instinct power into his back. The pressure and force were palpable in the air around him. With a powerful scream, his hair turned orange, and this time the transformation remained. An intense and vibrant aura emanated from his body, radiating overwhelming power. We said, "This is unbelievable. You did it. A new Saiyan transformation." Goku, feeling the energy pulsing through his body, looked at Whis with a determined smile. "Thank you, Whis, and thank you, Kaba. We did it!" Vegeta was surprised to see this new power, ha ha ha. Whis spoke. "This new form seems to be a significant advancement. Goku, you may have discovered a transformation that transcends all previous ones. Keep training and improving this form. You never know when it will be needed." Meanwhile, in Universe 7, Frieza was aware of his enemy's movements and prepared for a new battle. He knew that Goku and Vegeta were training intensely, but for Frieza, that meant nothing. Frieza said, "I don't need to do anything at all. Let's see how powerful Goku and Vegeta have become, ha ha ha." On planet Earth, Frieza's return caused chaos and destruction. Cities were reduced to rubble, and fear gripped the hearts of the inhabitants. Frieza, in his most powerful form, Black Frieza, was determined to prove his superiority. Meanwhile, on Beerus's planet, Vegeta was training hard to improve himself so that he would not fall behind Goku, as he knew his rival had become more powerful. However, he suddenly felt a familiar and sinister presence on planet Earth. Vegeta told Beerus that he had to go, and using his teleportation, Vegeta quickly returned to his planet, only to find Frieza amidst the destruction. Frieza spoke, "Vegeta, what an unpleasant surprise. Are you here to get beaten up again? Have you forgotten the last beating you took from me?" Vegeta, overcome with fury, let his anger show. His ki began to rise, and he transformed into Ultra Ego, a form he had only recently mastered, but which still took a lot out of his body and mind. Vegeta said, "Frieza, I'm going to finish you off this time." The two began to fight intensely. Vegeta gave it his all, but Frieza in his black form proved to be superior. Every blow from Vegeta was countered by an even more powerful blow from Frieza. Before long, Vegeta was covered in wounds. struggling to stay on his feet. Meanwhile, in Universe 6, Whis and Goku realized that something was wrong on planet Earth. Goku said, "Whis, something is happening on Earth. I sense Frieza's presence." Whis said, "It seems Vegeta is facing difficulties. Come on, Goku, we need to act quickly." Goku thanked Kappa for his training, and with Whis' help, the angel once again used his cube to immediately return to planet Earth. Now on planet Earth. Upon arriving, Goku found Frieza and Vegeta in a fierce battle. Frieza said, "Goku, you finally arrived. Are you ready to be defeated alongside Vegeta?" Goku said, "Frieza, I have a surprise for you." Vegeta, breathing heavily, looked at Goku and said, "It took you a while, Kakarot. Whis already told me about your new transformation." Goku replied, "Since you know, there's no need to keep it suspenseful." Goku began to concentrate, using Ultra Instinct to raise his energy to the maximum. His hair began to change color, going from gold to a vibrant orange. The transformation was complete, and a powerful aura surrounded Goku. Frieza and Vegeta were impressed by the gigantic amount of energy emanating from Goku. Goku said, "Vegeta, rest. I'll take care of Frieza now." Frieza, despite his initial shock, showed no fear. He prepared to face Goku with all his strength. Frieza said, "Do you think this new form will scare me? My Black Frieza form is superior to anything you can offer." The two began to fight, exchanging blows with earth-shattering speed and power. Each impact created shockwaves that spread for miles. Frieza, confident in his superiority, unleashed devastating attacks, but Goku in his new orange form showed impressive skill in dodging and counterattacking. Goku said, "Frieza, you underestimate the power of this transformation, but there is something special I can do." With a smile, Goku began to form a small spirit bomb. The energy sphere shone brightly, but surprisingly it was not absorbing the energy of the living beings around it. Vegeta, watching the scene, was impressed. Vegeta said, "Kakarot, are you forming a spirit bomb without using anyone's energy?" Goku replied, "Yes, Vegeta. The orange transformation gives me enough energy to do it alone, albeit on a smaller scale." Frieza, realizing the danger, tried to attack Goku before the Genkidama was completed. However, Goku was quick, launching the energy sphere directly at Frieza. The Genkidama was smaller than the previous ones, but its intensity was incredibly concentrated. Frieza, trying to hold back the attack, thought, "Damn it, how did this bastard get so powerful? This can't end like this. I need to think of something fast." Frieza began to scream and tried to resist the power of the Genkidama, but the energy was overwhelming. He screamed in anger and frustration, but it was useless. The energy sphere completely enveloped him, destroying him with overwhelming force. The battlefield fell silent. Goku, still in his orange form, was breathing heavily, but he was victorious. Vegeta, even injured, approached Goku. Vegeta said, "Kakarot, you have to teach me everything you learned while you were away." Goku smiled, and Whis, who was watching the fight, laughed softly. Whis said, "It seems like you two never change, always trying to get stronger. Ha ha ha." Goku said, "Sure, Vegeta, let's train together and get even stronger. Ha 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 ha." And so the story reached its climax. With Frieza defeated once again, planet Earth was safe. Goku, now with his new ability and transformation, was ready to face whatever challenge the future held. The Saiyan's journey continued, with the promise of new adventures and epic battles ahead. In the aftermath of the battle, the warriors began to tend to their wounds and rebuild what had been destroyed. Frieza's return had been a grim reminder that the universe was full of dangers, but it had also shown how much Goku and Vegeta had grown as warriors. Goku and Vegeta walked away from the battlefield, finding a quiet place where they could talk and reflect on the recent events. Sitting under a tree, they watched the starry sky, each lost in their own thoughts. Vegeta spoke. "Kakarot, this new transformation is impressive. You have truly managed to surpass your limits once again." Goku replied, "Thank you, Vegeta, but I wouldn't have been able to do it without your motivation and without the help of Whis and Kaba. Now, we have to keep training and preparing ourselves for whatever comes." Vegeta nodded, acknowledging the truth in Goku's words. "Yes, Kakarot, we can never stop improving ourselves. The universe will always have new challenges for us." As Goku and Vegeta rested after the battle, Whis watched them closely. He knew that, although they had defeated Frieza, peace would never last long in the universe. The angel approached the two warriors, determined to share some of his concerns and guide their next steps. Whis spoke. "Goku, Vegeta, I have something important to discuss with you. Although you defeated Frieza, he is notoriously persistent. He may find a way to return." Goku asked, "What do you suggest, Whis? How can we prepare for that?" Whis replied, "Goku, your transformation into Super Saiyan Orange is extraordinary, but you haven't fully mastered it yet. You need to train to control and sustain this form more efficiently." Vegeta, still reflecting on the fight, asked, "What about me, Whis?" Ultra Ego is powerful, but it clearly wasn't enough. Whis said, Vegeta, your Ultra Ego is an impressive form, but you can go even further. Try to think of a combination of your abilities. Perhaps you can use Ultra Ego as fuel to achieve a transformation similar to Super Saiyan Orange. This will require intense training and exceptional control over your energy. Goku said, I understand, Whis. I will train even harder to master this form. Frieza won't stand a chance next time. Vegeta, with a determined glint in his eyes, replied, If there is a way to combine Ultra Ego with this new transformation, I will find it. I will not be outdone. Whis smiled, pleased with the determination of the two warriors. Excellent! The path to true power is endless. Keep pushing yourself and surpassing your limits. As Whis spoke, Goku felt his stomach growl and looked at Whis and Vegeta. Goku said, I'm really hungry. After all that training and defeating Frieza, I think we deserve a good meal. Whis smiled, realizing the opportunity to enjoy a lighter moment. Really, Goku, after all that effort, you deserve a good meal. Vegeta, always a little more serious, thought about his family and said, maybe Bulma prepared something tasty. She always has something special for these occasions. Goku, excited by the idea, prepared to use his teleportation. Let's see what Bulma made then. Whis, always willing to accompany Goku on his adventures, approached. I'm curious to see what Bulma prepared. Come on, Goku. Vegeta, preferring to go at his own pace, decided to go on his own. I'll meet you there. I'll use my own teleportation. Whis put his hand on Goku's shoulder, and in an instant they disappeared, reappearing at Bulma's house. Vegeta soon after used his technique to teleport himself. When they arrived, they were greeted by the delicious smell of home-cooked food. Bulma, always attentive to the needs of her family and friends, had prepared a hearty and delicious meal. Bulma said, I see that the three of you decided to come at the same time. I hope you're hungry, because I prepared a lot of food. Goku, with a big smile, replied, We're starving, Bulma. Thank you for always taking such good care of us. Vegeta, despite his serious demeanor, couldn't help but show his gratitude. Thank you, Bulma. We need this after all that training. Whis, appreciating the moment, said, It looks like we have a delicious meal ahead of us. Let's enjoy it. We all deserve it. And so, Goku, Vegeta, Whis, and Bulma gathered for a meal, celebrating their victories and strengthening the bonds that united them. On planet Earth, Vegeta had always been a proud warrior, seeking to surpass himself and everyone around him. He knew that Goku had managed to reach a new level of power with Cabba's help in Universe 6, and this made him uneasy. Even though he had progressed a lot with Ultra Ego, he felt that there was something more he could learn, something that could make him even stronger, and he didn't want to do that with Goku around, nor share this moment with his rival. After finishing the meal at Bulma's house, Vegeta began to think about how he could perfect his ki control, something that Goku had demonstrated with his new transformation. He remembered how Cabba and the other Saiyans of Universe 6 were able to transform without the need for anger or explosive emotions. Vegeta realized that in order to truly master Ultra Ego, and perhaps even achieve a form similar to Super Saiyan Orange, he would need to learn to control his energy in a manner similar to that of the Saiyans of Universe 6. It was then that Vegeta, already on Beerus' planet, made a decision. He would go to Universe 6, but without Goku's knowledge. He would need Whis' help to make this journey without attracting too much attention. The next day, Vegeta found Whis in a secluded area of Beerus' planet. Goku was distracted by other activities, probably training on his own, and this was the perfect chance to put his plan into action. Vegeta spoke. Whis, I want to go to Universe 6. I need to learn to control my Kai like Cabba and the other Saiyans do. But Goku can't know that. Whis, ever the observer, smiled with a slight gleam of curiosity in his eyes. Interesting, Vegeta. You're finally admitting that you can learn something from the Saiyans of Universe 6. But why hide it from Goku? Vegeta replied with a determined look on his face. I need to surpass Kakarot. I can't let him keep advancing while I'm left behind. This is something I must do alone. Whis, understanding Vegeta's determination, agreed. Very well, Vegeta, I like your ambition. If you're determined, I can take you to Universe 6 without Goku knowing. And so, with an elegant movement of his hand, Whis summoned the transport cube. Vegeta quickly climbed in, eager to begin his journey. Whis followed close behind, and in the blink of an eye, they were off towards Universe 6. And after a few minutes, they arrived in Champa's universe, and Vegeta and Whis went directly to the planet Sadala, where Cabba and the other Saiyans of Universe 6 lived. Vegeta stepped down from the cube with confidence, but at the same time maintained a low profile. He didn't want to draw too much attention, especially since he was there without Goku's knowledge. Kaba, seeing Vegeta approaching, was surprised. He clearly remembered the respect he had for Vegeta since the Tournament of Power and the promise the Saiyan Prince had made to him. Kaba said, "Vegeta, oh, I mean my master, I didn't expect to see you here. What brought you to Universe 6? Vegeta, without beating around the bush, got straight to the point. Kaba, I need you to teach me how to control my ki the way you do. I heard that you don't rely on anger to transform. I want to understand this technique and apply it to my training." Kaba was impressed by Vegeta's sincerity and, at the same time, proud to be able to help his mentor. "Of course, Master Vegeta, I'm happy to be able to repay what you taught me. Let's begin immediately." Thus, Vegeta's training began. Kaba led him through the same exercises that he and the other Saiyans from planet Sadala used, which was to channel their energy into their backs. The first lesson was the hardest for Vegeta. He had to learn to relax and let his ki flow naturally through his back, without relying on intense emotions like anger or pride. This was something completely against his nature. Whis, watching from a distance, smiled enigmatically. He knew that this type of training was exactly what Vegeta needed to reach a new level of power, but he also knew that it would be an immense challenge for him. Whis spoke. "Vegeta, you have always relied on the intensity of your emotions to release your true power. This will be a test of patience and control, but I trust that you will succeed." Vegeta was frustrated by the difficulty of releasing his ki in such a calm and controlled manner. He was not used to fighting or training without that burning fury that always fueled him. Kaba tried to calm him down. "Vegeta, think of it as a river. Your energy is like water. If you try to force it, it can overflow. But if you calmly guide it, it will flow steadily and powerfully." Vegeta began to follow the instructions, closing his eyes and trying to feel his ki moving within his body. It was a strange sensation for him, not seeking the immediate burst of power, but rather letting it flow slowly. Days passed and Vegeta gradually began to improve. He didn't like to admit it, but Kaba's technique was really working. He was feeling his ki in a way he had never felt before, a controlled, powerful, and most importantly, stable energy. Whis, always nearby, watched the progress with interest. "Vegeta, you're doing very well. You're beginning to understand the true essence of ki control. It's not just about brute force, but about balance." Vegeta replied, still focused. "I know that. It's just difficult for me. I've never been the type to seek balance. I've always wanted immediate power." Kaba, hearing this, said, "I had to learn this too, Vegeta. But believe me, with time, this balance becomes natural. And that's when you truly become stronger." With more days of intensive training, Vegeta finally managed to feel that his ki control was complete. He could release his power without needing anger or violent emotions. His ki flowed like a calm river, and he could maintain his ultra ego without losing his stability. But there was something else. Upon reaching this state of control, Vegeta began to feel a change in his body, a different energy emerging from within him. He knew he was on the verge of a new transformation, one that combined the destructive power of Ultra Ego with the serene control he had learned. Vegeta spoke. "Whis, I think I'm ready. There's something inside me, something new." Whis smiled, already waiting for this moment. "Yes, Vegeta, you're on the right path. Maybe it's time for you to test your new limits." Vegeta, determined not to wait any longer, focused all his energy on his back. His body began to glow with an intense light, a mixture of the deep purple of Ultra Ego with an incandescent orange aura. He was on the border between these two forms of power. With a powerful scream, Vegeta released his energy. His transformation was complete. His hair, now a burnt orange hue, glowed intensely, while his purple aura of destruction enveloped him. It was a new form, a fusion between Ultra Ego and the orange transformation he so desired. Kaba, impressed by what he saw, was speechless. "Vegeta, you did it!" Vegeta, with a fierce gaze, looked at his own hands. Feeling the power flowing through his body in a fluid and steady manner, he knew that he had reached a new level, something that not even Goku had experienced. Whis, still with his enigmatic look, said, "Very well, Vegeta, you have truly surpassed your own expectations. Now you have a power that combines your destructive nature with the control you so sought." Vegeta, with a confident smile on his face, replied, "This is just the beginning, Whis. I will continue training until I completely master this new form, and when Kakarot finds out, he will see that he cannot surpass me so easily." Whis laughed lightly. "This will be an interesting surprise for Goku, no doubt." Whis said, "Vegeta, it is time for us to return to Universe 7. Goku is already starting to miss you." Vegeta, still feeling the new power pulsing through his body, agreed. Whis, with an enigmatic smile, added, "And when we get there, I have a surprise for you too. I will challenge you to a fight." Vegeta smiled back excitedly. "It will be interesting, Whis. I'm ready, but first, Vegeta said goodbye to his disciple Kaba with a big thank you. Vegeta never imagined that he could learn something from his apprentice. With that, they both boarded Whis' cube, ready to return. After the trip back to Universe 7, Whis and Vegeta arrived on Beerus' planet. The place as usual was completely peaceful, with Beerus himself taking one of his endless naps. Upon landing, Vegeta got off Whis' cube with a renewed posture, now with even greater confidence due to his new transformation. Goku, already on the planet, noticed their arrival from afar and approached them immediately. Goku, with his curious and always excited look, wasted no time and got straight to the point. "So Vegeta, where did you guys go? I noticed when you snuck out." Vegeta smiled proudly, crossing his arms. "Ah, Kakarot, you're always so attentive." "Yes, Whis and I went to Universe 6, but don't worry, you'll soon understand what I learned there." Whis, observing the interaction between the two, remained calm and said, "Goku, Vegeta is right. He has a surprise for you. But before he reveals it, how about a little training to warm up?" Goku, with a glint in his eyes, immediately replied, "Training? Of course! I was expecting that. But now I'm even more curious about what Vegeta learned. He's different. I can feel it." Vegeta just smiled enigmatically, while Whis began walking towards a wide area of the planet where they could fight without causing too much destruction. Vegeta followed closely behind, and Goku, full of anticipation, followed close behind. When they reached the training area, Whis stopped and turned to the two warriors and said, "Goku and Vegeta, this training will be a little different. The two of you together against me. Don't worry, you can give it your all. Let's see how far you can get." Goku's eyes widened with excitement, while Vegeta kept his expression firm and focused. Whis was one of the most powerful beings they had ever faced, and even together, they knew it would be an immense challenge. Goku said, "This is going to be fun. Whis, you're not going to hold back, are you?" Whis replied with a calm smile. "Don't worry, Goku, I promise to give you a good challenge." Vegeta, keeping his focus, stepped forward. "Let's get this over with, Kakarot. I want to see if you can still keep up with me." The battle began with a burst of speed. Goku and Vegeta simultaneously advanced against Whis, coordinating their attacks with impressive synchrony. Goku launched a series of rapid blows, while Vegeta aimed at strategic points, trying to destabilize Whis. However, as always, Whis seemed to be toying with them. He dodged each attack with elegance, using only a finger or a slight movement to repel the two Saiyans. Goku, impressed, said, "Whis, you really are incredible. It seems like you're fighting without any effort." Whis replied as he dodged a punch from Vegeta. "Well, Goku, I'm an angel. You still have a lot to learn, but I must say you're both progressing very well." Vegeta, irritated that Whis wasn't taking him seriously, shouted, "Don't think you can underestimate us." He increased the intensity of his attacks, transforming into his Ultra Ego form. His hair turned purple, and his aura of destruction intensified. With that, Vegeta unleashed a powerful wave of energy against Whis, while Goku, in his base form, prepared a Kamehameha to complement Vegeta's attack. Whis, still calm, blocked both attacks with ease, spinning his staff to dissipate the energy. "Very good, Vegeta. Your Ultra Ego is becoming more stable, but you are still too dependent on destruction to reach your full potential." Goku, observing Vegeta's growing power, became even more curious about the surprise he had mentioned earlier. Goku knew that Vegeta would not show everything at once, but the fight was just beginning. As they continued to attack Whis with full force, Goku began to feel that if they wanted to make any real impact, he would need to unleash his true power. He knew that his new orange form was the only way to properly challenge Whis. With that in mind, he stepped back momentarily, concentrating on unleashing Ultra Instinct. In a matter of seconds, Goku's hair turned bright orange and his aura changed to a deep orange. His power grew exponentially, causing the air around him to vibrate. Vegeta, upon seeing Goku activate his orange form, gave a wry smile. This was exactly what he had been waiting for. Goku spoke now in his orange form. "Whis, this is my new form. Let's see if you can handle it." Whis watched Goku with renewed interest. "Ah, Goku, this transformation really is impressive. Your energy is much more concentrated and pure, but let's see if you can keep it under control." Goku, in his new form, launched himself at Whis with incredible speed, his attacks now much more intense and precise. Whis was still able to dodge, but it was clear that Goku had increased his power level considerably. Vegeta, watching Goku in action, decided it was time to reveal his own transformation. He took a step back and looked directly at Goku. Vegeta spoke in a defiant tone. "Kakarot, look closely! Now it's my turn!" With intense concentration, Vegeta released his power and his body began to glow with an orange light similar to Goku's. His hair, which had previously been purple in his Ultra Ego form, now also changed to a burnt orange tone mixed with his purple aura of destruction. He had finally mastered the fusion of his Ultra Ego with the orange transformation he learned in Universe 6. Goku, surprised, looked at Vegeta in admiration. "Vegeta, you did it too?" Vegeta, with a confident smile, replied, "Of course, Kakarot. Do you think I would be left behind? I went to Universe 6 to learn how to control my ki, and now I am on par with you. In fact, I have surpassed you." Whis, watching the two warriors with a satisfied smile, said, "It seems that now things are really interesting. Vegeta, you managed to merge Ultra Ego with this new orange form. Very impressive." With Goku and Vegeta both in their orange forms, the battle against Whis reached a new level of intensity. The two Saiyans, now with equal powers, joined forces to attack Whis simultaneously. Their blows were faster and more powerful than ever, forcing Whis to work a little harder to dodge and block their attacks. Vegeta launched a blast of destructive energy while Goku prepared another Kamehameha, this time imbued with the concentrated energy of his orange form. The two attacks converged toward Whis, creating a massive blast of energy upon impact. For a brief moment, it seemed as if the two had managed to pressure Whis, but when the dust settled, Whis stood there unscathed, and with a slight smile on his face, he said, "You two are truly at an impressive level now, but there's still something you need to learn about working together." Vegeta, panting but determined, shouted, "We're pressuring you, Whis! Let's see how long you can dodge!" Goku, equally exhausted but always optimistic, spoke, "Yes, Whis, we're just getting started." Whis, with his infinite patience, continued to dodge Goku and Vegeta's combined attacks, but now he was starting to counterattack, launching light blows with his staff that, even with little force, were enough to throw the two Saiyans away. Each time they tried to attack, Whis dodged them elegantly and counterattacked them, showing the enormous difference in power that still existed. Even so, Goku and Vegeta did not give up. The two continued to press, taking full advantage of their new transformations. They were fighting like never before, but they knew they were still far from reaching Whis level. After several exchanges of blows, Whis finally decided to end the training. With a quick movement of his staff, he created an energy barrier around Goku and Vegeta, immobilizing them and said, "Very well, that's enough for today." Goku, still in his active orange form, spoke, panting, "Wow, Whis, you really weren't holding back, but I feel like we're getting stronger." Vegeta, despite being exhausted, couldn't help but smile. "Kakarot, it seems like our new forms have taken us to a higher level." As Goku and Vegeta panted after the intense battle with Whis, an unexpected sound caught everyone's attention. It was Beerus, coming out of his usual nap and slowly clapping his hands. Beerus said, "Very impressive, you two. But tell me something. Why so much effort to get stronger? What are you trying to prove?" Goku, confused, scratched his head and replied, "We just want to get stronger, Beerus. I love fighting and pushing my limits." Vegeta, with his serious expression, added, "I'm going to be the strongest warrior in the universe, of course." Beerus, with an intriguing smile, asked, "Are you trying to take my position as God of Destruction? Is that it?" Silence hung for a moment, until Whis began to laugh softly. Goku and Vegeta glanced at each other briefly, and soon everyone began to laugh together, including Beerus, breaking the tension. Beerus spoke with a slight smile. "Maybe someday, who knows? But for now, you have a lot to learn." And so the scene ended with the four relaxing on Beerus's planet, satisfied with their progress and camaraderie. Guys, and so we come to the end of this epic story. Did you like Goku and Vegeta together achieving their new transformation that surpasses the power of Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct? Goku and Vegeta named this transformation Super Saiyan Orange. Did you like the name? Leave a like and also subscribe to the channel. Bye!